Ever held a smartphone and thought, what makes this little thing tick? Like,
Mm.
it's insane how much power these things pack. Well, get ready to dive deep because today we're all about microelectronics materials engineering, the field that makes these pocket powerhouses possible.
Yeah, it's a field that often flies under the radar, but trust me, it's at the core of pretty much every tech innovation we rely on.
Exactly. And to guide our deep dive today, we're tapping into some seriously insightful information from RoleCatcher. So let's get right to it. What do microelectronics materials engineers actually do? It's got to be more than just designing circuits,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It's way more in-depth than that. Think of it this way. These engineers, they're like the architects of the atomic world. They manipulate the building blocks of electronics on a scale that's just mind-blowing.
Okay, now that's seriously cool. So we're talking controlling stuff at the atomic level.
Precisely. They might be controlling the conductivity of a film, just a few atoms thick, to create these incredibly efficient transistors. It's all about understanding the properties of different materials, how they behave, and how to tweak them to create these tiny, powerful devices.
So it's like they're playing with the very fabric of, like, electronics.
Right, you got it. And we're not just talking silicon here. These engineers work with a whole palette of materials. Metals, semiconductors, ceramics, polymers, you name it. Each one with its own quirks and possibilities.
It sounds like they hold the keys to, like, unlocking the next generation of tech. No wonder this field is blowing up. Where do these engineers typically find themselves working?
You'll find them pushing the boundaries of material science in research labs or overseeing the production of these cutting-edge components in manufacturing plants. It's a global playing field, and the demand is through the roof.
Makes sense. I mean, we're surrounded by this tech, smartphones, medical devices. Everything relies on these tiny components.
Exactly, and that's what's so rewarding about this field. You're not just tinkering in a lab, you're directly contributing to advancements that have a tangible impact on our lives.
Okay, so it's not just about the science, but also about the real-world impact. Got to be motivating, for sure. But let's be real, this level of expertise doesn't come easy, right?
Yeah.
What are some hurdles someone might face in a field as demanding as this?
Well, one of the biggest challenges, and it's a big one, is the constant need to evolve and learn. It's a field that's always in flux, always moving forward with new materials and technologies popping up all the time.
So definitely not a career for someone who wants to just coast along.
You got that right. But for those who are up for the challenge, for those who crave pushing boundaries, well, it's an incredible opportunity, to say the least.
So you're saying it's not for the faint of heart, but for those who thrive on challenge and are deeply passionate about this work, it seems like it's incredibly rewarding.
Mm.
What does the path to becoming a microelectronics materials engineer look like?
Well, it all starts with a rock-solid education. Think bachelor's degree in materials science, electrical engineering, or something very similar.
Gotcha, the fundamentals are key. But what about those who want to really niche down, dive deep into research or specialize?
Then we're talking advanced degrees, a master's, maybe even a PhD. That's your ticket to the cutting edge, leading research and development, really pushing the limits of what's possible.
So you can kind of choose your own adventure in this field, tailor the path to what you're
Yeah.
really into. But let's be real, education is just the beginning, right?
Yeah.
What about getting your hands dirty, the actual experience? I imagine hands-on skills are crucial in a field as like tangible as this.
Oh, absolutely. Internships, co-op programs, research projects, these are where theory meets reality. That's where you apply what you've learned, hone your skills, and start building that all-important network.
I bet those real-world examples on your resume, those are gold when you're up against some stiff competition. Speaking of resumes, I know RoleCatcher has that feature where it helps you tailor yours to what employers are looking for. Have you found that helpful in your experience?
It's been a game changer, honestly. The job market these days, especially in such a competitive field, it's not just about listing what you know. You got to know how to sell it, how to make your skills and experience jump off the page and grab their attention.
It's like they say, dress for the job you want, but for your resume.
Yeah.
So how does RoleCatcher make that happen?
They've got these really sophisticated AI algorithms that dissect job descriptions. Like they pinpoint those keywords, the skills employers are really after, and then they suggest ways to optimize your resume, even your cover letter, to highlight those specific areas.
Okay, that's super smart. Takes the guesswork out of it, helps you stand out from the crowd.
Sure.
But it's not all resumes and keywords, is it? What about actually showcasing your work, the projects you've poured your heart into?
Absolutely. That's where a killer portfolio comes in. Think of it as like a highlight reel, your greatest hits. Projects, research papers, presentations, anything that screams, this is what I can do. It lets you go beyond the bullet points, you know?
Totally. It adds that personal touch, shows your passion. But even with a stellar resume and a portfolio that pops, acing that interview, that's still a make or break moment. What advice would you give to someone prepping for an interview in this field?
Honestly. Preparation, preparation, preparation. Research the company inside and out, understand their products, their goals, and be ready to articulate how you fit into that picture. And never underestimate the power of practicing your answers to common interview questions.
Right. Got to anticipate those curveballs. Now, RoleCatcher has this whole database of interview questions, don't they? I feel like that could come in handy.
They absolutely do. And not just those generic run-of-the-mill questions either. We're talking questions tailored to specific roles, industries, even down to the company sometimes. They've got over 120,000 just for engineering. Can you believe that?
Wow, 120,000. That's like next level prep right there.
Yeah.
So you can basically practice your heart out, get comfortable with those common questions, and go in feeling confident.
Exactly. And the best part is, they've even got AI-powered feedback to help you fine-tune your delivery. It's like having a personal coach in your pocket, helping you nail those responses.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. Now, aside from all the technical stuff, the interview skills, what about the person? What qualities do you think really make someone thrive in a field like this?
You hit the nail on the head. Beyond the technical know-how, it's that insatiable curiosity that sets the great ones apart. The best engineers I know, they never stop questioning, always digging deeper, looking for ways to make things better, or even invent something entirely new.
So it's about that drive to constantly learn and improve, never settle for good enough.
Precisely. And let's not forget problem solving. You're going to bump into roadblocks, encounter challenges that make you want to tear your hair out, but it's that tenacity, that grit to push through and find a solution that really makes all the difference.
It's like they say, it's not about avoiding the bumps, but about how you navigate them. Now, looking ahead, what gets you really fired up about the future of material science and microelectronics? What's got you, like, on the edge of your seat excited?
Oh man, where do I even begin? The possibilities are just limitless. We're talking about things that sound like they're straight out of sci-fi. Imagine electronics that can heal themselves, like something out of Wolverine. Or biocompatible implants that seamlessly merge with the human body.
Okay, now those sound like game changers for sure.
And we're not done yet. Quantum computers, devices so powerful they could revolutionize everything, from medicine to, well, pretty much everything. And you know what underpins all of this? Materials science.
It's mind-blowing to think about the potential impact on, like, every aspect of our lives. From healthcare to communication, the possibilities really are endless.
You got it. And that's what I want to leave you with. If you're fascinated by science and tech, if you have this burning desire to create things that could change the world, well, this field, microelectronics, materials engineering, it might just be your calling.
It sounds like an incredibly challenging, but ultimately incredibly rewarding path. Who knows, maybe someone listening right now will be the one to discover the next groundbreaking material that completely transforms the field as we know it.
You know, anything is possible. But one thing's for sure, microelectronics materials engineering, it's going to be right there at the forefront of some truly awe-inspiring advancements.
Absolutely. Well, this deep dive has been absolutely fascinating. Thanks so much for joining us and sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure picking your brain.
The pleasure was all mine, truly.
And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning into the deep dive. Keep those brains buzzing, and we'll catch you next time.